What is going on, y'all? Fox Sports Talk back at it with another video talking some NFL. I'm here to give you guys my picks and predictions for Week 5 of the NFL season. As you see on the whiteboard behind me, we've got all with the Week 5 games along with their respective spreads. So if you're new here, welcome to the channel. Make sure to go ahead and hit that big red subscribe button. Make sure to follow me on all my social media platforms, guys, and make sure to hit the bell icon so you are notified every time I drop a new video. So I'm going to go through every single game, give you guys a straight up winner for the matchup, and then give you guys my pick against the spread. All right, so again, let's get into it. All right, as always, we start with transparency. How did I do last week? How am I doing on the season? So last week was a pretty good week for me in terms of the picking the straight up winners. I went 12-4 straight up, so love that. All right, and I had to keep that up. Against the spread, I went 8-8. So again, not happy with it, just at 500. So overall, what does that bring my record on the season to? I am 41-23 picking games straight up, and I am 34-30 versus the spread. So again, I'm happy and climbing in the category of the straight up games, but against the spread, got to get better. Still above 500 for both, so happy about that, but we're going to try to keep it going and get even better, all right? So with that being said, let's talk about the games this week. We'll start with the Thursday game, and it's going to be a fun one, an NFC West showdown, Rams, Seahawks. Can't wait to watch this one. The line's at 2.5 in favor of the Rams here, folks, and I got to tell you, the Rams are my pick to win the Super Bowl. You know I'm going with them to win this game, all right? The Rams, to me, are the best team in the NFL, and yeah, they lost to the Cardinals last week, even though I picked them to win. And I got to tell you this much, all right? That was an oversight by me because I believe the Rams overlooked the Cardinals because they played the Bucs the week before. And to me, that was kind of their Super Bowl, if you will. Sometimes for those big games, you overlook other opponents. I believe that's what happened with Arizona. And Arizona has been the best team in the NFL record-wise. So losing to them is no, no shame in that. So the Cardinals are a good team. And the Rams just lost to them. No shame in that. So with that being said, the Seahawks, their defense is awful, folks. I love Russell Wilson, but he doesn't play defense, and their defense is poor. So the Rams' offense should be able to get whatever they want. Cooper Kupp's been unbelievable. Robert Woods should get going. So does Tyler Higbee. So Matt Stafford and this Rams' offense, they should be able to get whatever they want. As far as the other side, you got Russell Wilson going up against a very good Rams defense with a potentially banged-up Tyler Lockett. Chris Carson looks like he's banged up. So this Seattle team just is not healthy. They're just not healthy enough. So I'm going to go ahead and pick the Rams here to win. And I'll take that -2.5 as well. All right, moving on to the Sunday games. We got the London game here first. So I'm sorry to all my London fans out there. If you watch the NFL, you get the Jets and the Falcons. You deserve better, but that's what you have this weekend. The Falcons are favored by 3, folks. And I got to tell you, I'm picking some upsets this week. This is one of them, all right? I'm going to go with the Jets here. And the reason why is I just don't trust the Falcons. And the Jets are a team that's improving. Again, they got their first win of the season last week against the Tennessee Titans. And I believe the Jets offense should be able to put up points on this porous Falcons defense. And the Jets defense, especially their D-line, is decent. So they should be able to get pressure on Matt Ryan. We know Matt Ryan's a standing duck in the pocket. So I like the Jets here in an upset, folks, because I think the Jets are on the upward and the Falcons are either stagnant or going down. And so that's where I'm at here with this matchup. Let's move on to the Saints and the Washington football team. The Saints last week lost to the Giants and literally ruined all my parlays. That was an absolute colossal of a failure by the Saints here. They're going up against the Washington football team. It's so hard for me to pick this team and figure out what they are, right? They get blown out by the Panthers, and then they lose to the Giants, right, who couldn't even beat the Washington football team. And now you're going up against the Washington football team. So it's just funny here. I have no real feel for this one. I'll be honest with you. I would stay away from this game. But if you force me to pick, I'll pick the Saints, I guess. For me, again, the Washington football team, their defense just hasn't been as good. And it took overtime, all right? It took overtime for the Saints to lose that game. So they were in control. But I think they handle it here. It's a -2.5 point spread. I will take that for the Saints there. So I'll pick the Saints to win. But again, I'd stay away from this one. Packers at Bengals. Folks, I can't understand the spread. It's -3. Look, I get the Bengals are decent, but they were down against the Jaguars last week. All right, Joe Burrow in this offense is solid, but you're going up against Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Now, I just don't think this should be a 3-point spread. This should be much more than that. I would hop all over this line if I was you take the -3. Packers should win this game. They're just a better team. I'm sorry, they just are. So to me, this line should be like 5 or 6, not 3. And I'm going to take advantage of that. I'm going to go with the Packers, even though they're on the road. Lions, Vikings, 8.5 point spread. I'm going to go with the Vikings to win this game because Lions, again, aren't very good. But they do fight. They put up a fight, folks. And I'm going to go ahead and have them cover this 8.5 point spread. If it was 7, I would probably take the Vikings. But 8.5 is too much. Division games tend to stay close. Keep that in mind. And against this Lions team, they always fight until the very end. They could backdoor cover here, even if they lose. So do not lose sight of that fact. I'm going to go with the Vikings to win, but the Lions to cover. All right, Denver, Pittsburgh. This should be an ugly game. And again, just like the Saints game, I don't have a good feel for this one either. So I'd stay away. If you make me pick, I would go with the Steelers just because I still trust their defense. But Big Ben looks washed up. He just does, all right? And Teddy Bridgewater might be out, so who knows if Drew Lock is starting. This is just a mess. I'd stay away from this game. But again, if you want me to pick, I'll pick the Steelers here, and I'll take that -1. Tennessee Titans at Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm sorry. I can't pick the Jaguars with everything going on with that team, with Urban Meyer and all that mess. I'm going with the Titans here. I get that they lost to the Jets last week, but that was a perfect storm. They should have A.J. Brown and or Julio Jones. One of the two are both back this week, and I'm going to take them to cover the -4. Derrick Henry should be able to get 150 yards against this Jacksonville porous defense. All right. Eagles, Panthers, going with the Panthers here, -3.5. I think they cover. Look, the Eagles just aren't very good, and the Panthers, they're legit. They just traded for Stephon Gilmore, so this defense might be elite now too. So I like the Panthers. I like what they're doing. Sam Darnold, is he the best rushing quarterback now? I mean, obviously that's hyperbole, but you get my point. The Panthers have been impressive. I don't trust the Eagles. I'm going to go with the Panthers here. Dolphins, Bucks, should be an easy one. No analysis needed. The Bucks are favored in here by 10, and I'll take them to cover that because the Dolphins are starting Jacoby Brissett. I just don't think that offense is going to be able to do anything against this Tampa defense. All right, let's move on to the Houston Texans and the New England Patriots. The Patriots going into Houston. And last week I made the mistake thinking the Texans could cover. This is the worst offense in football. Davis Mills at quarterback is disgusting. I will not be taking the Texans to cover anything. Patriots win here and they cover the -8.5. I'm sorry. I just can't. I can't do it with this team. Cleveland Browns at the LA Chargers. This line does not make sense to me. I told you I'd pick some upsets. Here's another one. Browns win this game. They're the better team. The Chargers should not be favored in this one. They're favored by 1.5. Browns have a better roster. I guess the Chargers have a better quarterback, but the Browns have a better run game, better defense, better overall team. Just straight up, I'm going to take the Browns here. They're on the road, but I think they can get the job done. All right. Bears, Raiders. Here's another upset for you. I got the Bears here. Justin Fields named the starter moving forward. The Raiders coming off a loss. I think the Raiders come back down to earth here. A revenge game for Khalil Mack going back to, the Raiders. And the thing here is I think the Bears defense does enough to get pressure on Derek Carr. And then the Bears offense is able to score enough to either, surpass, obviously, what the Raiders are doing on offense. So to me, a perfect storm here with the Bears and going upwards, and the Raiders, I think they come down a little bit, all right? So I like the Bears here. I think even though they lost David Montgomery, Justin Fields should be getting better each and every game, and I think they pull off the upset here. 49ers at the Arizona Cardinals. I'm going to go with the Cardinals here. I don't know what that quarterback situation is like. I think it's going to be Trey Lance this week, but I'm going to give Trey Lance a game or two to get things going here. So I can't pick them to win this game. I'm going to go with the Cardinals here, -5.5. I think they cover that. All right, Giants, Cowboys. I'm going to go with the Cowboys here. They have an elite offense, but the Giants have been impressing me, folks. -7. Division games tend to stay close. I think the Giants can cover this. Daniel Jones had his one of his best games last week against the Saints, so he should be able to carve up the Cowboys secondary. All right, this one, Sunday Night Football. This should be fun. Bills, Chiefs. I'm going to go with the Chiefs here. Cover the -2.5, but this should be fun. Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. This is literally just me picking the slightly better team, slightly better offense, slightly better quarterback, and slightly better on the spread. So that's all it is, really, to me. So this should be a fun one. I can't wait to watch it. And then finally, the Colts at the Ravens. I'm going to go with the Ravens to win this game, but this spread is way too big, -7. I think the Colts cover that one. The Ravens have not looked that impressive this season. They should not be favored by that much, but they are the better team. So there you have it, folks. My picks and predictions for Week 5 of the NFL season. Let me know what you guys think. If you agree or disagree, as always, thanks for watching.